economics, and frankly, more than I wanted to about our banking and our monetary system. Personally, I also learned from a personal basis the dangers of debt. Now, as I mentioned, we have been blessed, and I'm exceedingly grateful. Our family has been able to organize our affairs so that we are currently debt-free. No credit card debt, no student loans, not even a mortgage. So what does that mean? It means that I'm not for sale. It means that I'm not going to Washington for a salary. I'm going to Washington to represent you, the people of the 4th District, and indeed our entire nation, based upon principles. Based upon the traditional conservative principles, the most traditional conservative principles outlined in our United States Constitution. But enough about me. Let's talk about the problem that we all agree on. We know that David Price needs to retire this year. 22 years of His Royal Highness. Here's a man who professes to love democracy. In fact, he's jetting all over the world at our expense, talking about democracy all over the place. But yet, have you ever seen anyone so hostile to free enterprise? Have you ever seen anyone so in love with corporate welfare? Have you ever seen anyone so in love with our national debt and runaway spending? So how are we going to win? We need to give the voters a choice. They need to see a clear difference. Now, unfortunately, my primary opponent, he also likes the national debt. He thinks it's okay. It makes us interdependent. My friends, that's incorrect. That's just incorrect. There's a piece of paper that I want you to take a look at. This shows, in order, from our CIA's own information, how dependent or independent various countries in the world are based upon how much debt they need to take on every single year. You know who the most independent country is economically? Number 1, China. Do you know who the most dependent country is economically? Us, the United States. We are not interdependent, we are dependent, and we desperately need to change that. I provide that choice. The second issue is security. David Price thinks we can police the world and pay for it at our expense. So does my opponent. We can defend Germany, we can defend Korea, we can defend Japan, and we're going to pay for that and charge it to our Saudi Arabian and our Chinese credit cards. Does that make sense? Folks, it's not working. We need a change. Let's all remember, we should all remember Proverbs 22:7. Right? The borrower is the servant. The borrower is the servant to the lender. We need to take our country back. So how are we going to do this? Look around this room. We need more people, right? We need more Republicans in Orange County. Now, if you look around this room, you might notice some people that you've not seen before. There might be some new faces here. Should the Republican Party chase these new faces away because we might have some differences of opinion? There might even be some Ron Paul supporters here. Imagine. Should we try to get rid of them? Well, you can try to get rid of them. And you can be a social club that gets outvoted 4-1 in Orange County, that gets 35% of the vote and goes home again in November. That's not the way to win this. We need to bring our party together. We need to bring our district together. And my God, we need to bring our country together. For my children's sake, for all of our sakes, we need to bring our country together around the constitutional values that made us great. That's all I offer you. I'm just a messenger, and I really want to help. So please, I ask you to join Steve Acuff in his endorsement of my campaign. I ask you to join us, all of us, in taking back our district and our country. Thank you very much.